Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to PixelHangover.com. So I called this Saints Row 4 Is Crackdown 3. And I'm going to prove that to you here in the video here, but we're also going to talk about all the other different types of games that Saints Row 4 just straight up rips off. And I think they do it obviously as a homage to these other games, but there's some of them we're going to talk about that are just straight rip-offs. I'm not going to show everything because a lot of it would be spoilers later in the game and blah blah blah, but right off the bat, Prototype 2, right? Running up the building like this is straight out of Prototype 2. 1 and 2, I should say, but mostly 2. Being able to fly around. Actually, you can fly around easier than even in Prototype. But where Crackdown comes in is right here. These little clusters. Alright? There are over 1,200 of them. Alright, let me say that again. 1,200 clusters to collect. That is a real number. And it has taken myself and Jake... we've co-opted all the way through, but by the way, there's some co-op issues with the saving that's really annoying. But as you can see, it's real easy to navigate, fly off a building, float back, so forth, real easy. But anyways, there's some save issues that are really annoying. As you can see, we're playing on the 360 here. I apologize that my notifications are still on during this video, but I just wanted to show, if you're someone who enjoyed the, orb hunting in Crackdown, you really need to buy Saints Row 4. Now, I will say that you get these power-ups pretty quickly. You have to collect them, and that allows you to upgrade them. Here's Telekinesis. You can pick up pretty much anything once you upgrade it and just fling it across the world. And yeah, it's brutal. Splat people up against the wall, and as you can see, you got fast speed here. You can upgrade to the point where no vehicle in your way is a problem. And that right there is neat too, the recovery. But see, I just run through everything. And also, I don't know if I had it at this point, but you get to the point where everything's behind you, like twirls around like a tornado. So you are basically invincible. If you ever get into a fight where there's a problem, there's a nice move. You can just jump up in the air, fly out of there, heal up a little bit, and come back. There's not much of a challenge. And while I think these powers are fun, and they certainly were fun for first 5 to 10 hours. Both of us me and Jake feel like, boy, it's dragging on. They have a lot of just filler content in this game. Almost like they didn't have enough, so they just kept, the mini games are hit or miss, real hit or miss. And today I actually went back and played a little bit of Saints Row 3 because I had to mop up some achievements, and I actually found it more fun, just being normal. So. But if you're someone who likes superpowers, if you're into Infamous is lifted here too. You got the ability to throw fire, all this kind of stuff. That's another game. I have a list here. So Crackdown 3, we talked about that. Prototype, that is all over this. Infamous is all over this. One area we're going to take a look at here when we get to it is where they straight up rip off Mass Effect 2 and 3, where you go back to the ship, you have the ability to romance, or talk to anybody on the ship. Which, obviously, a complete, just absolute takeoff of Mass Effect. And we'll get into Bioshock. I don't have footage of this, but Bioshock, the puzzles from Bioshock 1, where you turn little, pipes, the pipe puzzle, you remember that one? That is actually how you hack stuff in this game. There's a lot of hacking, by the way. And pretty much everything in this game was really fun the first few times you played it, and then they made you do it about 4,000 times. So this is like their Terminator. There's Terminator as a movie. They actually reach into like movie references, like Terminator right there, where you actually can take off their legs and he crawls just like Terminator. The other movie reference I caught was Tron. There's a whole mini game that's straight out of Tron. Audio Surf is another one that they straight rip off. So. I guess, I'm just curious what everybody's feelings are on a game that literally straight up steals ideas, and not even, in some ways, the Metal Gear. There's a mode where you're third person moving. You're moving similar to, at the beginning of the game, we showed a video of that, but you're kind of in a crouched third person shooting position, and just like Metal Gear, you're walking just like in Metal Gear game, and of course the enemies see you and the exclamation point goes up, the same sound is up. At one point you got to hide in boxes and then kill people from underneath the boxes. It's straight out of Metal Gear. Here's another move you can do here when you kill or go after these bigger guys that actually give you some more powers. But you gotta win a mini game or quick time, which everybody likes. I also apologize for my character here. I thought I'd throw a bra on him, but as you can see, it's just, you know, if I want to get out of there, it's absolutely not a problem to just jump out of there, and you do eventually get the Stomp Mode, where you basically come down just like Crackdown, except for it's like Crackdown times 10. The explosion is huge. So let's go on over to powers. Right now I got 4, and at this point I think it was 70% through the game or something like that. Maybe 50%. Now I'm at 80 or so. You get two different things. You can actually equip different versions of each one, and then you can upgrade them. So there I just did the tornado. Went ahead and upgraded tornado. And we got blast, which you saw me do right there at the end with the freeze, the frost. Freezes everything around there. There's an achievement for a trophy for freezing them and then shooting them, or even just running through them. So there is I mean, it's quite an in-depth. I do like it, and as you can see, I have 244 clusters available, and each one costs money. Like there's 20 for that one. Now what's happened is there's just so many of these clusters around the world that Jake and I have spent hours just collecting them. I think we're at like 700 or 800 up to 1200. It's getting too much. We have the Saints Row 3 system here for upgrades on the character, health, combat, vehicles, gang. By the way, you don't even care about your gangs in this because you're a superhero, so it doesn't matter. I have not found them to be useful at all. You do not drive vehicles unless they make you, which is one interesting issue that they have. Is everything we do in co-op seems to work pretty well in co-op. Like if someone completes a mission, the other person gets credit. Except for these basically going and finding vehicles and returning them, stealing vehicles missions. Those, for some reason, both players have to do it. It's been a source of frustration because I lost out on a mission that was a story mission that just didn't get completed for me, and now we can't go back and do it. I load up my save and I'm at the beginning of the game, even though I'm at supered up power. So we haven't figured out what you do if you've played the whole game with someone. Now here's the Mass Effect part. Let's dive into this. So you got these little portals that you unlock by doing missions throughout the world. And these portals just go right back to your spaceship. I should also say there's some Assassin's Creed in this too, just kind of Animus type stuff. Which you saw there. Can't forget that. I mean, it's like as I just watch this, I wrote down about 7 or 8 games, and the more I think about it, there's actually more games they rip off. So here's where I'm going to go into romance.
Hey, Kinsey, you want to fuck?
Successfully, by the way. It seems to be the exact same animation every time you do it. So you got the romance there. Then, there's a mechs. There's also mechs. That's also every game needs to have a mech, so they added mechs. You get to upgrade them. You got guns and missiles and so forth. But there's both of us, and they're just smashing people. Pretty much invulnerable. You can't be killed. It seemed like it. What you need to worry about here is just there's some defend missions. I'm never a big fan of those, but they're not too tough in Saints Row 4. But I mean, the point is the game is literally, it's so hard to describe because it goes in so many different directions, which is really cool. But boy, some of the stuff that they make you do over and over really gets old, and the superpower stuff is just so over the top. I don't know what they're going to do for Saints Row 5. They're going to have to maybe not name it 5 Saints Row something else and reboot it for next gen in a few years, but I get that they went crazy and over the top because we have GTA to be serious, but oh, and there's also glitches. This happened during a mission. I am underneath the level. And so there is a problem. The game freezes once in a while. There are glitches. It seems a little unpolished. I had to stick here and wait for Jake to finish the mission, and I tried to get some shots in on these spaceship as it flew through. But I was helping out. I was in the middle of this mission. All of a sudden, just boom, gone. So they're up there doing their thing. I can't help. But anyways, just be aware that, save often. Maybe have a couple different saves in case you need to go back and do some things. But it's a fun game. If you like Prototype, Infamous, I think that or Crackdown, I think you really need to just at least rent it, give it a shot. It's worth it if you're a fan of those 3 games. It's hard to recommend it at $60 if you're a Saints Row fan because boy, it doesn't feel like Saints Row. Fun nevertheless, and so thanks for checking things out. We just want to get some opinions out there, and if someone else is playing it out there that's watching this video, Love to hear if you agree, disagree, whatnot, all that stuff. So thanks for checking things out. We appreciate it. Have a great day.